Hey everybody, this was going to be a video about the white water mold in my quarantine tank down here, but as I began filming, right now I've got a pair of Neon Swordtails in the quarantine tank, and I noticed some things moving around in the water that I thought was just a little bit of debris moving around, but it seemed to be moving very purposefully. And when I looked a little closer, I found that I've got little fry swimming around all through the tank. So apparently my swordtails, the female, must have already been pregnant because I only put them in this tank a couple days ago. So interesting little development. I've actually got a bunch of swordtails already. Haven't even gotten them out of my quarantine tank yet. So getting back to the point at hand, which was the white water mold in this tank, I have done everything I can think of to clear the white water mold out of this tank. I've stripped it down more times than I can count. I've tried putting salty water in it. I mean like brine salty water in it. I've run bleach through it. I've run hydrogen peroxide through it. I've run rubbing alcohol through it. I've set this tank up with about a 50% bleach and water solution and let it sit for days, and then drained it and refilled it after wiping the glass down and drying everything out. And every time I do it, this white water mold just comes right back. Like I mean, honestly, I may as well just get in there and wipe the glass down and let it start over again. For all the effort I put into it, that's about how effective it winds up being as a treatment method. So this morning, that filter material right there, you can see how it's all like weird and foamy, and that's that mold all over it. There's nothing really in this tank to dirty it up. You know, it's got two little fish in it and a bare bottom, so that little filter material doesn't get clogged up very fast. And yet, within a few days, I noticed I was already getting, you know, all the water was backflowing over here and nothing was moving through the filter anymore. And it's because of that mold getting in there already. You can see all this white scummy stuff on the inside of the plastic here. That's all coming back. And I know it's kind of hard to tell, but you see how hazy the glass looks? That's all that slimy fungus mold stuff growing all over the glass already. Stuff's not even supposed to grow on glass. It's supposed to grow on plastics. And yet it grows all over the glass and it just coats this tank. I have no doubt that the water sprite that's in here is going to be all covered in it within days. It's going to be all funky and nasty. I'm going to throw a big mass of that away. So I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get this stuff out of my tank. In theory, just having the tank slightly salted, 1 teaspoon per gallon, which is what you would salt for. You know, I've salted for that. I've got the swordtails in there, so I have a teaspoon per gallon of aquarium salt in this tank, and it doesn't phase that white water mold at all. Again, I've tried running salt water through this tank, not marine salt water, but aquarium salt, to the point where it must have been like brine solution. It was so salty. Again, I just don't know what to do. The only thing I can think is that my, less than sanitary conditions here in the shower stall, this is just an old shower stall. I haven't actually used this as a shower stall since I had a broken ankle years and years and years ago. So possibly this shower stall itself is the source of recontamination. So once these two fish get out of quarantine, and once I figure out what to do with all their offspring, I am probably once and for good going to strip this tank down, just pull it out of here altogether, and then just bleach the hell out of the inside of this whole shower stall and get everything in here just completely cleaned up. And then we'll set it up again and we'll try again, and we'll see if we can't get this stupid white water mold stuff to go away. That's the purpose of this light right here, is to, just blast my filter with light, because apparently this mold doesn't grow very well in brightly lit areas, and yet I can't phase the stuff. I cannot knock it back other than wiping it down long enough for it to just grow back on me. So there you go. There's my latest update on my white water mold. So like I said, give me a little while, let me get everything stripped out of here, and then I'll start over again. So I'm sure there will be updates to come. So make sure you're subscribed, and that way you won't miss out on any of the upcoming updates I've got here coming up on my quarantine tank. So thanks again for watching this one. I'll see you real soon in the next one.